Hi, Crystal here. If you have a preschooler and you have no idea what kind of curriculum to use, this is what I've been using for years. Hopefully this video will help you. If you have any questions about getting started homeschooling, just let me know. Post in below. If you like my video, give me a like. Anyways, I'm going to go over just some books that I've always done with my kiddos. I have 5. My littlest one hasn't started school yet, but I've so far been doing, I've done 4. So anyway, here is the curriculum. Okay, the first thing you need to remember when you're doing your school, or the first thing that I like to do, is create a schedule book for the year. This is new for me to do it on the computer, so I just typed in all of their curriculum and then put it in this neat little book so that as they do an assignment, like in the big preschool workbook, on Monday they're going to do these pages, and then as I do them I just highlight them because they're done. So I just did that all the way from, beginning of September all the way. I think I did this book all the way through December, and then I will do the other half of the year when I need to. Alright, so that's one of my kiddos. This is for pre-K. If you do not have a schedule book like this, where you can just make a schedule on your computer, then you can very easily go to Walmart and get a schedule book. Let me see. Let me pause here. Okay, I'm back. There is a planner that I like typically that I use with my littler kids. Since I have 5, I've decided this year to go to the computer and start planning them out so that I can copy and paste every year. But with before I had 5, before I was doing 4 kiddos, I would use this planner. I absolutely love it. I even used it when I was a homeschooler growing up. It's a basic planner, and it has your calendar in here, so you can mark, you can highlight the days you plan on doing school for the year and really plan your school out, and you can mark, with one highlighter the days you're doing school and another different color the days that you're not going to be doing school, that you're out for vacations or Christmas break or whatever. Basically, you don't have to fill any of this out. It's for teachers, but okay, so you would just put the week of, and then you would put all the subjects here. So I would put like the big preschool workbook, the cutting book, the pasting book, the letters book, the numbers book, the mazes book, and then maybe hooked on phonics. Okay, and then for each day that you have school, you just write in, okay, pages 1 and 2 here, pages 1 and 2, and then you could put a little square in the corner and then just check it off. Every day, check it off what you've done, and just plan out, 180 days worth of school in this planner. So that's what we do, or we did do up until this year. Anyway, like I said, these are about $5. And you can order them from, I like to order my stuff from Christian Book Distributors or Rainbow Resources, or I get them just off of Amazon. Every now and then I'll pick up a book from Walmart, but most of the time I order them because I can get them here pretty quick and they're not expensive at all. The first thing I like to do with them is learning to read. Learning to read for each kid is always difficult because each kid has their own style of reading. I've always done Hooked on Phonics with all of them. I prefer the old Hooked on Phonics, but the new one is okay. It's a lot more colorful, but we still use the old and a little bit of the new. Anyways, it has lots of DVDs and books and games that you can play, and it has a little booklet in it. So we do that for the reading portion of it, and to learn, the flashcards of their letters and their sounds. Okay, so one book that I get every year is this book, you can get it at Walmart or on Amazon or CBD or Christian Book Distributors or Rainbow Resources. That's where I like to buy all of my curriculum, is those couple of places. Anyway, this book is about $8, and it's made by School Zone, and it has a bunch of just different simple activities that they will need to know as a preschooler. If your kid can do this book without any problem, then you know you're doing a good job homeschooling them, because this is all the things a preschooler should learn throughout the year. It has numbers, activities, letters, just all different, learning colors and shapes and matching and just all different kinds of stuff. So I highly recommend that. I get that for every grade that goes all the way up, I think, through 2nd grade. So we do a couple of pages in that every day. Then the next thing we like to do is, I love Kumaon Books. I don't know if you've ever seen Kumaon Books. They're not very thick. They have so much stuff in them. On the back side of the book, if my phone will focus, they basically tell you what to do. So you basically go across the top row, and it will tell you to get a coloring book, a cutting book, an easy mazes, numbers 1 through 30, number games 1 through 70, and uppercase letters. I found that the coloring and the at the zoo and the drawing one over there on the left-hand side of the screen is just really simple and basic, so I never do those. So my kids really like the cutting book though, and we start with that one, and then below that is the pasting book. So when she's done with cutting, we will do the pasting book, and then when she's done with that, we'll move on to the next book in that row. I usually like to give my kiddos 5 to 6 subjects a day. So when we finish those, then we just move on to the next book. Okay, so right now she's doing the cutting book, the easy mazes book, the numbers 1 through 30, and then we're doing uppercase letters. We haven't done the number games yet because I want her to learn her numbers first. So I'm just going to briefly show you what these books are about. So this book is the Easy Mazes book. Now what's great about this book is, and you'll see it's completely simple, but it really teaches them how to avoid the borders of whatever they're drawing in. So if you teach them to try to go in the middle, it really teaches them how to use their pencil appropriately and teaches them how to try and avoid the black lines around the edges, and just really gets them moving their pencil so that they can write more fluently. They love it. It's a fun book for them, and it's not just busy work that they, like writing letters and numbers. They get tired of that. So this is just kind of a fun book. And so it's got easy mazes, and then there's regular mazes, and then there is, let's see here, my book of animal mazes, things that go, and mazes around the world. Okay, so that's the first book we're doing. The second book is their numbers book. Okay, this is numbers 1 through 30. Also, if you notice at the top of the book, it says for ages 3, 4, and 5. So really this can be for a 3-year-old or all the way up to 5. It just kind of gives you an age range. They don't have to be in that range. It's just typically what is recommended. Okay, so this book teaches them slowly how to count, and it does it in a fun way. Again, it gets them using their pencil so that they can learn, how to do that without without touching that borders. Okay, so it just slowly teaches them and introduces them to their numbers, and eventually they'll quit tracing and learn to write their numbers all on their very own. She did that today, so she did them all by herself without needing help. Okay, so this whole book, that's what that basically does. When they get done with this book, they will actually move on to numbers instead of 1 through 30. They'll do 1 through 120. So love these books because it takes them step by step and teaches them all the necessities of school. Okay, next book, the uppercase letters book. Okay, once they do the uppercase letters book, they will do the lowercase letters book, the alphabet games, rhyming words with phrases, rhyming words with long vowels, writing words, simple sentences, regular sentences, cursive writing letters, and cursive writing words. Okay, so I plan on doing about 4 of these this year. So we will do probably 2 of these books before Christmas and 2 of these books after Christmas. As far as the uppercase letters, she'll probably do uppercase letters and lowercase letters and then a couple of more by the end of the year, just in this set of letters and learning letters. Okay, so this really gets them going, teaching them how to draw straight lines and horizontal lines and, you know, vertical lines. And then it doesn't start out with your typical A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It starts out with the simpler letters first, the ones that are easier to draw. So obviously straight is a lot easier to draw than like a C or even a Q. Okay, those are going to be more difficult for your kiddo. Okay, so basically it does the straight letters first. And I really love when I teach her, for example, the I say, what letter is this? She doesn't know, so we basically sing the ABC songs and point A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Oh, the letter's I. So that's how we do that. Love that book, and my kids seem to learn, so it's all good. Okay. Another fun book that she does and she looks forward to every day is her first book of cutting. Most little kiddos love to use scissors, and this is the perfect book for that. Now, I'm going to open it up, and she's already done 17 lessons. This is one of the lessons that she will be doing tomorrow. Basically, it's just very simple. It teaches them how to cut out things. And they have a line, a pretty wide line that they cut out. And it just gives them lots of practice. Eventually, throughout the book, it will get more and more complicated where she'll actually cut out things and fold and glue things as well. So it just gets more difficult, but it starts out pretty simple. One of the very first things she did was just this plain old cutting straight lines. I don't know if you can see where she just cut straight lines, and she's came a long way. She was very, very, very crooked on her lines, and slowly she's getting better and better. Here's another couple of things that she did. She cut out a comb. She cut out a bed with a little girl on it, and there was a little blanket that you cut out, and she glued them together, so you can't really take those apart now. But here's another comb that she had. Okay, and then they have these that you cut out, and so I get a regular piece of just colored paper, and to give her something extra fun, I let her use a glue stick, and she cuts out her shapes, and then she glues them down on this piece of paper and just kind of makes a picture. So now she has this picture of buildings that she cut and pasted. You don't have to do that. I just did that with all my kids, and they really liked having that extra step. Okay, a little bit more fun is I got on the internet, and on the DLTK website, you can print out these letter word searches. You know, each kid has a hard time, trying to learn her letters, and so this just gives them more practice. So she goes through every day, and we started out with the letter A, and she went through and she circled all of the A's. Instead of having her do the whole word, I just had her circle the letter A's. And every day we do a review. Okay, which letters have you done? And I'll say, you know, what's this letter? And she'll say A. And I'll say, what's this letter? She'll say B. And we'll go all the way till we get to the letter I, and she doesn't know what that is because she hasn't done it yet. And I'll circle this and I'll say, okay, find all the I's. And then I'll read her all these words so she'll kind of get familiar with the sound. And anyway, we do one of those every day. It seems to be helping her a lot, just in learning. And then, of course, we do flashcards every day, just ABC flashcards. This is another book that she absolutely loves. Just got it at Walmart, and it has the alphabet in it. So we go through this every day. We just say the alphabet, and every day she does a page of letters. So she's really enjoyed that. They get a color, the picture in the corner every day. And so anyway, she likes that. She feels big getting to practice and do her letters. So that's what we do for pre-K. And if you're doing all of this or just a little bit of this, your kiddo's going to learn. So don't stress out too much. This takes us normally about an hour every day. We do one lesson a day in each book. So one lesson a day in this book, in the letters book, would be, here's the number 1. We do this page and this page. And that's it. Just one page in that book, and then she's done. And then, because you don't want to overwhelm them. And if you ever skip a day, then if you have to get caught up, it's really hard if you plan out more than one lesson a day. So she'll get to do this in the numbers book, and then she'll do the back page in the numbers book, and then that's it. In the mazes book, the same thing. She does this maze, the very first one, and then she'll do the maze on the back of the page. And then you'll notice, you know, every day it'll be lesson 1, lesson 2, lesson 3. So that's pretty easy. Same way with the cutting. The cutting's actually only one page every day. So it's just the one page. On the back side, it's blank because they cut it out. So the big preschool workbook, typically just 2 pages a day. Every now and then they'll have a page where 3 things go together, such as, let's see if I can find one real quick. Top to bottom, okay. So let's see, top to bottom, 1, 2, oh, nope. So it's just 2 pages. So basically this page and this page would be a lesson teaching them the same direction. And then the next day it would be diagonal lines. And so I would do that. And then the next day, curvy lines. So, okay, so just 2 pages a day in that. I usually just have her do 1 page a day in this. Now, you don't have to do this. She wanted to do more school, and she saw that book in there because it's one I had actually bought in a long time ago, and she just happened to see it and wanted to do it. So she just loves practicing writing her letters. So if you don't have a book like that, either go to Dollar Tree or Walmart and get one, or you can just print the worksheets out online. There's tons of websites online that have printable ABC letter practice writing sheets. So I hope you guys like this video. Let me know if you like it and if you would like to see more. I plan on doing some other videos for how to homeschool your kindergartner, what curriculum to use, and I want to go all the way through 12th grade. So stay tuned for more videos if this was helpful. And thank you for watching.